Conventional movie theaters are facing a well-documented crisis of attendance. Yet in premium auditoriums, audiences are buying out seats weeks in advance. IMAX Corporation just reported $102.8 million in second quarter revenue for 2026, alongside a 65% surge in adjusted earnings per share. The primary catalyst driving these specific financial anomalies is the theatrical release of Universal Pictures' The Odyssey. Director Christopher Nolan engineered this production specifically to maximize the technical capabilities of the premium large format. Backed by a $250 million production budget, the film leverages the star power of Matt Damon in the lead role of Odysseus. The casting of Zendaya as Athena further broadened the demographic reach intended for a blockbuster of this scale. The market reacted rapidly to the quarter's performance, pushing IMAX stock up near its 52-week high of $47 a share. This stark divergence in financial outcomes indicates that IMAX is no longer tied to the economic gravity dragging down traditional theater chains. Analyzing the company requires a different valuation framework. Wall Street consistently misprices IMAX by treating it as a traditional, cyclical brick-and-mortar exhibition stock. Conventional cinemas require heavy assets, massive real estate leases, high payrolls, and physical inventory. On the right, IMAX's asset-light network hub generates revenue through joint revenue-sharing agreements. Ticket sales flow in, bypassing the heavy real estate costs. By licensing its proprietary technology and taking a direct cut of box office grosses, the company remains shielded from operational overhead while maximizing its exposure to theatrical hits. Accurately parsing these Q2 earnings requires analyzing IMAX as a high-leverage technology platform rather than a traditional exhibition chain. The foundation of IMAX's economic moat is built on highly specialized proprietary hardware. The company's 15 65mm Keeley cameras capture images at an extreme resolution, projecting them at an exclusive 1.43 aspect ratio that streaming platforms simply cannot replicate. The global opening box office for The Odyssey clearly demonstrates how this technical exclusivity translates to market capture. This pie chart represents all global cinema screens. Notice the highlighted sliver. IMAX accounts for less than 1% of the total physical footprint. Yet during the opening weekend of The Odyssey, that tiny fraction pulled in 20% of the film's $52 million global debut. Drilling down further reveals the economics of the ultra-premium tier, the 41 exclusive IMAX 70mm locations worldwide. Those 41 specific screens generated $16.9 million in ticket sales in just 10 days of release. Breaking down the unit economics reveals a $412,000 per screen average for the 70mm format. Exhibitors were forced to add 3 a.m. screenings to satisfy demand, and those sold out as well. This proves an extreme level of consumer pricing power and format loyalty. IMAX's hardware-driven exclusivity creates an unassailable experiential moat. It allows them to capture outsized market share using only a fraction of the industry's infrastructure. We can see exactly how this box office gross translates to corporate profitability by analyzing the company's Q2 SEC 10Q filing. This financial waterfall chart breaks down IMAX's $102.8 million top line. It is divided into two core segments: content solutions and technology products. High-margin technology licensing pushed the blended gross margin up 270 basis points, settling at a robust 61.2%. This margin expansion is a direct result of operating leverage. Because IMAX's fixed costs are already covered by base operations, the incremental ticket sales from a massive hit like The Odyssey require almost zero additional capital expenditure to process. The final result of this leverage sits at the bottom line. Adjusted EBITDA margins surged 400 basis points to reach 46.6% for the quarter. To put a 46.6% EBITDA margin into context, traditional exhibitors typically operate on single-digit margins. IMAX's financial profile perfectly mirrors a highly scalable software or platform business, operating entirely detached from the margin limitations of traditional cinemas. Shifting focus from the income statement to the balance sheet provides a clear view of physical network growth and future revenue visibility. The company completed 38 new system installations in Q2, representing its highest second quarter installation rate in a decade. They also hold a 421 system backlog. This represents locked-in future growth and sustained hardware demand from global exhibitors. The balance sheet carries minimal risk, highlighting a 0-to-1 net leverage ratio and $551 million in available liquidity. Management deployed that liquidity aggressively, repurchasing 404,000 shares of stock at an average price of $33.91. Executing stock repurchases at a discount to the current trading range signals internal confidence in their technology platform valuation model. All of these metrics feed into the Filmed for IMAX ecosystem flywheel, where proprietary camera technology attracts top-tier filmmakers. Filmmaker adoption drives a higher share of the box office, with these titles indexing 10% higher than standard releases, which in turn accelerates exhibitor demand for new system installations. This self-reinforcing momentum directly supports management's reaffirmed full-year 2026 guidance. This excerpt from the company's full-year outlook confirms the specific targets, achieving $1.4 billion in global box office receipts and maintaining an EBITDA margin floor in the mid-40s. The Odyssey is not an isolated hit. It is the ultimate validation of a highly profitable, self-sustaining theatrical ecosystem that IMAX has spent years engineering. We return to the opening paradox. While traditional cinema faces existential threats from streaming platforms, IMAX is hitting all-time financial highs. Labeling this company a cyclical stock misprices the actual mechanics of the business. The math confirms its classification as an asset-light, high-leverage technology platform. While home entertainment expands, IMAX has secured its position by becoming the essential technological infrastructure for premium global cinema.